Welcome back to the channel. We have a full 18 holes coming your way from Old Scotland Links at Bridgewater. Those of you looking for North Hill Country Club back 9 from the blue tees, I did have to reschedule that due to aeration. So happy with that first tee shot. I wanted a straight ball or a right to left. Wound up straight, blowing it through the corner. No big deal. Found some grass back there. Hit that 8-iron. I pitched on the front, went to the back of the green. Now I had a long 50-60 footer here. First putt of the day. Get it down there to something like 7-8 feet. And we have a tester here, and we burn the edge. So we start off the day with a bogey on number 1 here. And number 2, 380-yard hole, playing back into the wind. I hit a nice lower tee shot, kind of a wind cheater that chased out there nicely. Real happy with that. Just left with about 125 yards left. Hit a little pitching wedge. This was playing more like 135, so it was back into the wind. And this was a good shot. I wound up probably about 12-15 feet away. And you'll see this has a lot of swing left to right. Miss it on the low side or the amateur side of the hole. Love it when people say that. Remind us that we're amateurs. And I do finish this up for a par. And we move on to the third hole. It's playing about 125, 130 yards. Back downwind, so I choked down on this pitching wedge. But even still, I wound up a little bit past. I'm about 10 yards past, maybe 30 feet. Back down the hill, and I realize this does go back up the hill a little bit towards the hole. That brings it about 5-6 feet short. I pull the 5-6 footer, and we have a 3-putt bogey. Not happy about that. Fourth hole, hit a great drive here. This is 302 yards on the card, probably playing 290. Pin was up front. It's back into the wind. Really happy this chased out. And we wound up just about 10 yards short of the green. So we have an eagle chip here. And I hit this, and it was tracking. It was looking so good, and just slips out. And I do have about 4 feet coming back for birdie. I got to be careful. I do slide it in the corner, make a bird. Something good happened. And then, of course, we missed a tee shot. We're looking back at the black tees there. But you probably heard it in the background. It was a good one, right down the middle. Only about 75 yards left here. And hit a good one here. Had about 10-12 feet back up the hill. It's a good spot to be. And I just don't hit it hard enough. So we wind up tapping in for par here on the 5th. Now into the 6th hole coming up here. 520-yard par 5. The play is out to the right with a draw. I kind of block it out to the right. Yelling 4. We had one gentleman coming up that fairway, and you'll see I'm in it shortly here. I did miss the layup. I hit a 6-iron to here, which is about 100 yards. Using my 52, I thought I hit a really good one. Comes down near the pin, pitches to the left there, and I wind up in that little swale. So I'm pitching back up to the green. Got a little strong with that one, and I'm probably 7, 8, 9 feet past and going down the hill. So I just hit this lightly, and it trickles, but doesn't quite get there. So I got to tap in for bogey on the 6th. 7th hole, I'm aiming up the right, going over those 2 little trees, so I like the line on this. It is back into the wind, and I kind of hit this not great. So you'll see here I still have about 95 yards in, but no trouble. Fortunately, didn't wind up in that bunker. This 52 degree takes off a little on me. I choked down on it, and that pin I realized was 2 steps from the back edge, so I wound up hitting the back edge and hopping over. So everything's running away from me here, just in the worst spot I could be in. So now I'm looking about 20 feet up the hill. Thought this was going to curl in. It looks so good. But I can't really get one today. Can't buy one. One of those days. So we'll take another bogey here on the 7th. The 8th hole is a short par 3. Saying about 150-ish. Hit a 9-iron. But hit a little, pulled it a little and put a little draw on it. So I wound up in the greenside bunker. Splashed it out with the 56. Nearly jarred this one. But as you know, if you don't jar it, you're going to wind up pretty good past here. So I'm probably about 8 feet. And I miss it on the amateur side of the hole. The underside. And we'll have to tap in for our 3rd straight bogey. I know 3 birdies in a row is a turkey, 3 bogeys, just not good. Par 5 9th is actually a very funky hole. 456 yards. Water comes in about 240, so I am only hitting a 4-iron there. Leaves me 230 in. I'm just laying up with a 9-iron. I could get home with 3-wood, but it is a very small target. Over the back of the green's no joke either. So I do opt to lay up. And here I punch a little 56 in there, 3/4. Kind of caught that a little funky, more the ground and the ball at the same time. Pinched it in there. And I got a big swinger here for birdie, and I just can't buy one. Look at that thing keep trickling. And we still got 2.5 feet left here for par, so I grind it out, make the par, and we will turn at the 9th hole with a 40. Hit 5 and 9 greens, and we had 18 putts. Not looking good there. Anyway, new 9, 10th hole, back into the wind. This one's a beast. 435 yards, probably playing more like 450. Hit a good drive here. Left me about 170 in, as we'll see in a second. I took a 5-iron, playing this more like 190, and I absolutely roasted this one. It hits the back of the green and hops over. Familiar story for me. So we're pitching back up the green. Green's running away from me. Pin is on the front, so I thought that'd be really good, but it actually runs out to the front fringe, and we can't buy a putt. Common theme today. So we will go up and tap this in for bogey to start our back 9. And the number's getting up there. We're at +5, so breaking 80 is sort of the goal at this point. 11th hole. We're aiming up the right there. If we get a big draw, that's great. We stay in play. If not, we're in the other fairway. All fine with this. We only got 70 yards or so. Little choke down 56. You punch it up there. This is looking really good, but it is a little deep. Goes over the flag. It stays on the green, but now I'm just breathing on it because I'm behind the hole. And as you can see, I played a little bit of left to right, and it did not move, and we'll just tap in here on the 11th for par. 12th hole. I absolutely roasted this drive. This came out really pure. Really liked it. 520-yard par 5, and took kind of a shortcut up that right center. With only 205 left, I hit a nice 4-iron here, so 2 good shots in a row. And just wish I flighted that a little higher, because it did not pitch out. Stayed on the front of the green, but got an eagle look. Probably 40, 50 feet. Little slope at the end there, pushing it right and kind of stalling it. But leaves me about 5 feet for birdie, and I convert. Happy about that. 13th hole, about a 200-yard par 3, up the hill. Got a 4-iron. The wind came up this back end of the wind, and it knocked it down. I thought I was going to get there. We take putter here. It's pretty firm up by this green, so putter was the play. And we got a group waiting, so we do take our first gimme. 14th hole, 362 down the hill. Hit a slinging drive. Nice hook. And actually chases up not too far from the green. We got about 25 yards left, and I skinny this one over the back of the green. Did not use the bounce in that club, guys. And quickly moving around, take the 60, and do not hit a good pitch here. I gotta say, anyone vlogging, doing this, moving the camera around, kudos to you guys. It is not easy. This putt looks so good for so long, and it just won't drop. Alright, and 15th hole, number 1 handicap hole. Not because of length, just because of position and hazards in play. This one I push right, and I am way out of position, so I'm just pitching this back to the fairway, about 120 yards. And as you'll see in a minute, I still have about 90 yards in. So I'm playing this basically like a par 5, trying to avoid the big number. Take a kind of a full 56 there, and I land it about middle of the green, chases towards the pin a little bit, but we still got about 12 feet. Big swinger. See how much break I'm playing? You can see it curls are in background behind the hole. I do take a gimme there. We had some groups waiting. And the 16th hole, we have about 115-yard par 3. I take my 52, which is a 110 max club, and I know that's not going to go over the back. So now I got an uphill putt, probably 30, 35 feet. Thought I hit a good one here. Thought it was going to curl in for once. And instead it goes about 5-6 feet past. So all that curling, I think I got to play this outside right. It'll curl in, and it doesn't. Just can't get it going today. Take another gimme. 17th hole. Hit a good drive here. Started down the right with a draw. There's a hill that's going to help push it down to the green. Used a lot of the slope. Very happy with this one. Driving the ball great all day. And it leaves me about 25 yards to go. Finally hit a good pitch here. You can see it kind of trickles out here to probably about 5 or 6 feet. We're looking up the hill. Great place to be. And you'll probably hear from my playing partner. Yeah, that's all we need to hear. Can't buy one today. It's 18th hole. We're +7. I know I need a par, basically just to break 80. That goal I kind of set at the halfway point where things are just not feeling great, scoring-wise. And, of course, I find a fairway bunker. A difficult spot. I did well to move that about 50, 60 yards. And you'll see here in a minute, I have about 170 yards, playing like 185, and I skinny a 6-iron. just get it over the hazard. It keeps chasing and chasing. Hit it hard at least. Leaves me 10 yards short of the green. Pitch one up onto the green to about 2 feet. I told him I can't take this as a gimme, so let me putt it out. And we do make the par for the 5 and the 79. So the stats, 9 of 18 greens regulation, 35 putts. Need a lot of work there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe. Please like. That'll let my wife let me continue to do this. I appreciate it. Bye.